So now we have learned how to add, subtract, multiply, divide. So now let's learn sum, total, basically. So we're going to find the total of everything we added, everything we subtracted, everything we multiplied, and everything we divided. There are different ways you can find the sum of a particular set of numbers. You can just put equal to and write sum, and then you put your bracket open, or you can press on tab and you put the bracket open or the parentheses open. Since we are finding the total for everything that we added here, you can simply click here and do Ctrl Shift down, or you can click at the top and then you can drag it down, whichever way you prefer to do it, and then you close your bracket and press equal to. Or you can simply click at the bottom here and then come to the editing part of your home tab. This place that you see the E sign. The E sign is a sign for summation, auto sum. When you click the sum, it automatically writes the formula for you and selects the part you want to add, and then you just press enter. So you can decide to do this each for all of them, or same again, you can just autofill it, right? So you're finding the sum for subtraction, multiplication, and division. So you can just come here. When your cursor becomes a tick arrow, you now drag it to the right, and then you find the sum of each column after it. So now, to cross check if this summation is actually correct, you can click on the cell, and in the formula bar it shows the formula, right? So here you see D2 to D11. So this is our D2 and this was our D11. It means that you added everything in between. D2, clicking on the formula again, D2 column D11. So you added everything from D2 to D11. So if you click on the next one, the same thing, E2 to E11. This is our E. So you added everything from here to here. And you click the next one, it shows the same thing. Another way you can look at the formula, if you don't want to be looking at the formula, but you can use that, you can come to this formula tab in your ribbon. And here in the formula auditing, you click on show formulas. So it shows all the formulas that was used in your sheet. So you can easily see that this is add, this is subtract, this is multiply, this is divide, and then you can see some this to this, some C2 to C11, some D2 to D11, some E2 to E11, and some F2 to F11. And you can really change it back to view your data properly. So now we have learned basic formulas in Excel, how you can do the simple arithmetic, addition, subtraction, multiplication, division on your Excel sheets. And you can see how Excel was built to make life easier. Before I go right into dropping another formula on you guys, I'm just going to show you how this ribbon works. So now, if you want to save a file, you can simply click on file and then you click on save, open new. There are different things. You can open a new file. You can open an existing file. You can share your file. You can save. You can change the name of your file. The next thing here is your home. So here you see your clipboard where you can paste and copy data and copy formatting. Here you can change the font of your text. So just the way you can adjust the font size or font text or font texture in Microsoft Word or any other software, you can also do that in Microsoft Excel. You can also color the text too. Here you can even adjust the alignment of a particular data in a cell. So and this number part of this home tab, if you click on the general and the drop down box, you can see number, currency, accounting, short date. These are different types of data. You can when you have data entered in a particular column, you can format the column based on the data that is inside. As you go along, you learn how to use all these different functions in Excel. Let's say I want to work on a data for a company now, and the company is Learned B PLC, right? So because I want this company name to be big and bold so that anybody that views this data knows that it is for Learned BPLC, I can merge a couple of cells. So I'm going to, let's say I merge from A1 to E1. Just come to this alignment, this box here, merge and center. So you click down, you can see merge and center, merge across, merge cells, or merge cells. So I'm going to click merge and center. So you can see I merged all the cells from A1 to E1, and then it centralized the text I wrote. So I'm going to change the font for this text. Let's say I want to use this Amasis Pro Black, and I'm going to increase my font size to maybe font 18. So now I can put a series of numbers here. So I can put this as serial number, and I can put this as name. So let's say I want to write out I want to calculate the salary for everybody in Learned BPLC. So this serial number basically is just the number. So I told you that so if I want to write a lot of numbers here, I don't need to start writing out 1, 2, 3 to the end of the numbers I want to write. No, I can just write 1, 2, select it, and then drag to wherever I see fit. So I want to say I want to stop at 15 people. I'm going to stop at 15, number 15. Then names, I'm just going to write the names of all my employees. So this one, you actually have to enter all the data properly. So let's say I'm entering Deborah, Alex, Sheyi, Ademide, Daniel, Olamide, Michael, Jessica, Blessing, Jane, and Manuela. So now this is Manuela that is long and entering another cell. I can just simply decide to extend this column so that it is big enough to contain the whole names that are there. So now I said that let's say I want to calculate the salaries that LNB PLC companies are earning, right? So in the actual work scenario, I will actually have the data of the salaries these people are actually earning. But for this tutorial, I'm just going to generate something. So generating these numbers, I'm going to teach you guys a new formula. Now there's a formula called RAND. RAND means random. So now when you type equal to, I told you that every formula in Excel starts with equal to. When you type equal to and you press RAND, you can see RAND array, you can see RAND, you can see RAND array, and you can see RAND between. So now I want the computer to pick random numbers between a particular quota that I'm going to give it. So let's say now I'm going to click on random between. So when I tap on random between, I can decide to spell it out fully, which will take my time, or I can decide to click on it and press tab. So it automatically writes rand between for me. I don't need to start spelling everything out. I want the computer to pick random numbers between, let's say, 10,000 and comma. You put the bottom when you put rand between, it gives you comma. The first thing you see there is bottom, so you pick a number, the first number between what to what. The bottom is the first number, and then the top is the last number. So I want to pick a number between 5 to 10. My bottom is going to be 5, and my top is going to be 10. So now I want to pick a number between 10,000 to 20,000. So my bottom is going to be 10, and my top is going to be 20,000. Then I'll close my brackets and then I press enter. So it picks a random number. And then I can just simply drag this number down to the last and it picks. So because of it is rand, it picks any random number. And as things are carrying out in this Excel sheet, it can easily change, right? So I don't want these numbers that it has picked to change. What can I do? Okay, so I can simply copy and then right click. I'm going to see paste. So I'm going to click on the paste text only, the text with an A beside it, right? So I'm not going to just do Control V. Doing Control V is not going to be enough. I'm going to right click and then go to paste options. And I see where I see paste A, I'm going to click that. So when I click that, it pastes. So to check it, when you click on a particular cell, you no longer see that formula, but rather you see the number that you pasted, and it doesn't change as you make adjustments. So let's try making an adjustment so it doesn't change. So now there's another function which is called the RAND. The RAND, when you press your RAND, you don't have to write anything. You just open your bracket and you close the bracket, the parentheses. When you open the parentheses and you close the parentheses and you press enter, it gives you a random figure, but it gives you the figure is usually in decimal, right? So you can now drag it and it extend that random figure to wherever you want it. So as I said, these figures are going to keep changing except you paste it a special way. So the special way is that you copy and then you paste it in the same, you copy and then you right click and then you paste 1, 2, 3, or you paste values, paste 1, 2, 3, paste it in the same way, and then this way is not going to change, it's going to be the same. So you can also decide to sum it up. So another thing I'm going to teach you in Excel is let's say I'm done working on this data and I want to write the dates that I worked on it. I can simply do equal to today, close my bracket and press enter, and then it writes today's date. So this way, whenever I open this file, I can come back and say that okay, this is today's date that is there. Another thing I can do is that I can also edit the data type. So now, after working on this data, this column I can change it to text because everything in that column is text. So I'm going to change it to text. Then in this one, I'm going to write this being amount. I'm going to change everything here to currency. So when it's in currency, the naira side is closer to the numbers. If I decide to put it in accounting, the naira sign is far from the numbers. These two data types are very similar, but the accounting is mostly used for when you are carrying out accounting calculations. Let's say you're preparing a statement of financial position. So it makes the naira sign far from this number so that you can clearly visualize it. Not that it makes any big difference at all, but like mainly when you're carrying out accounting transactions. We are going to leave it in just current because that's the amount we're paying them. So that's all for now. Watch out for our next video where we'll cover more on introduction to Excel and little formulas that helps you in your accounting and data analysis journey with Excel. How Excel makes your life easier as an accountant or a data analyst. So watch out.